Today I want to talk about something that I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to, and it was just illustrated in a ranking system that I saw this morning. The US dropped below the top 20 happiest countries in the world for the first time ever this year. It went from number 15 to 23. And apparently the vast majority of the people who are unhappy are under the age of 30. And if you guys are in that demographic like myself, I'm sure you understand why that is. I think it's primarily because of the cost of living right now, but also just because of this pervasive social media bullshit that we have all been plopped into. Those two things, it is my belief, are the main reasons for the unhappiness that we're seeing now. And I've talked to a lot of friends, family, complete strangers about this, and I know that this is relatable to you as well because it was relatable to them. A lot of times you look around and you just say, wow, the world is fucked up right now. And I think a big part of this, like I said, is just the fact that when you go on social media, you typically see a lot of the worst and fakest behavior in people. And if you're living in that landscape, that skews your perception. But then I think the main reason, though, is right in our face. The cost of living is so high right now. I've been seeing this all over my Facebook feed, even talking with friends. When you gotta pay almost $2,000, if not more than $2,000 a month for a shoebox apartment, what kind of position does that put you in terms of raising a family, planning for a future? It's really setting you up for failure. And then when you compound that with the fact that most of us are racked with student debt, it doesn't leave us with a lot of options. And I've been seeing study after study after study saying this, that the rates of childbearing are decreasing, the rates of marriage are decreasing, people are getting married later and in less often. And I think that's a problem. That's not an optimistic thing to think about. It really seems fucked up. And I think on top of all this, most people are just looking at the situation the way I am, that, yeah, there's a lot of stuff wrong right now. Why would I even want to bring a kid into this world? And I know that's an anti-humanist argument, and I don't necessarily prescribe to it, but I can understand why people feel that way. When you look around and you see how much you're struggling, how much your friends are struggling, what would make you want to bring another person into that equation? I'm a big believer in the fact that if you're gonna have a family, you should bring a child into the world with all the opportunity that you had, if not more. And currently, we are set to be the first generation that makes statistically less than our parents. So how does that factor in? I don't know. I don't have any solutions to this. I don't have any ideas, but I'm just basically speaking on the fact of the matter that, yeah, if you feel this way, if you're noticing this, you are not alone. I think many of us feel this way. And it's not just people our age. If you're in your 20s or 30s, I think across the board, people are noticing this. At the very least, they're noticing the price increase. But yeah, I mean, we live in a pretty interesting time right now. We're more connected than ever. But I think because of that, we're noticing a lot of these problems that everyone is feeling. We can feel it across the world, across the country. I think there's a lot of stuff going wrong right now. And quite frankly, it doesn't exactly make for a nice bedtime story. But I thought it would be important to share, just at the very least, to say that you're not alone. If you feel this way, if you are looking at the world like, damn, how am I gonna make it? You're not the only one, dude. I'm right there with you. We're all in this boat together. We're all in the same time period. We're just humans going through life, and none of us chose to be here right now, but here we are. That's all I gotta say today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.